Greetings, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get to the comments of the day. This comment of the day is by Simply Sweet. Simply Sweet states, I do not understand and I am confused on the statement you made about what if Angela is guilty. Do you really think she should be in jail for 7 years? Yeah, that was probably a bad way to state that, because what I said was, let's just say it's all true. And it is true. And I believe it's true because Angela told me, not because the courts said anything or did anything about it. Angela made her choice when she sent those emails. Oh, what else has she lied about? Okay, Angela made her choice when she sent those emails. So you think you should go to prison for 7 years for telling somebody that they're going to have consequences to their actions? Because if you're saying that she's the one who did it and she's guilty, then she made her bed and she can lie in it. That just must mean that people can run all over you as long as they have the person, the judge person, and you don't care. You're going to be perfectly fine with that. When a judge or the state orders you to hand over all of your property and all of your things and your children, you're going to be perfectly fine with it because you are insinuating that Angela should be, and you're saying, what else has she lied about? She didn't lie. She hasn't been caught lying. Who else has she threatened? I don't see telling somebody that they're responsible for their actions and that could have consequences as a threat. It makes you wonder if any of her story is true, or was this a way to get custody of her child? She never lost custody of her child. She still had custody of her child until her child did not get on the plane to go back to the father, and then the judge threw her in jail so that she could try and force the child to go back with her child molesting father. Let's keep going. Why did she lose custody of her child anyways? Well, again, that's because the judge is trying to, Nicole, the thing is trying to get rid of the child, rid of the daughter. The court wants to keep families together unless there is a valid concern. Please give us more on this info on this case. And honestly, I've posted up all of the info about it. So, but those are basically the reasons. And if you believe that the courts wish to keep families together, I implore you to watch this video till the end and then come back with some of those very same statements. That is the comment of the day. Now, Connie, I'm going to go ahead and take this moment and apologize, because you're right. I saw another one of your videos and legislation has already been passed and it doesn't do anything. So that just more or less proves my point about the administration. The reason why judges don't do anything about that legislation and don't uphold it is because they don't have to, because it's administrative. It's, they have discretion in administrative decisions. They don't have discretion in decisions about law. And that's kind of what this whole thing's about. So yes, there is the Families First Act, but just as you said in your video, it doesn't matter because it's not being enforced. The reason it's not being enforced is because it's not actual law. It's administrative discretion for judicial officers to choose when they wish to apply it and when they don't. Okay, now let's get back to the video we came here to watch.
Okay, Facebook Live. You're going to see what real government kidnapping looks like. I know it's 11 o'clock at night. All of you are in bed. And my client has contacted me and said that they are supposed to turn their baby over, and they had an attorney, and DCS got an ex parte order. So
she says you gave him somebody else's name as your attorney.
No, that's her attorney. That's her attorney. That's That's Abby's attorney, John Schwab.
Well, that's
okay.
Abby's
So
attorney. That's not
both the dad and the mom have an attorney, and they couldn't call an attorney in to get this order. I mean, if it were like an emergency.
They don't even have the birth certificate yet.
Right here. So what are the allegations? Because she said she doesn't. Do what?
Hello?
Sylvia Vanderbilt? What? Did you hang up on me? You hung up on me.
She hung up on me also earlier when I told her.
I'm not mean at all, though.
Okay. Well, so the attorney's on the phone with the people, you know, DCS or DSS or DCF or whoever it is in Tennessee that takes babies and snatches babies legally because the people, the public, doesn't do anything about it. Because they just want their own babies to get taken, I guess. And she's like, you have a duty to tell the mom what the allegations are. They won't tell her. They won't tell her. Okay, they hung up on her, just like the judge hung up on Sierra when she started talking about her right.
With that being said, the court will be in recess until...
May I speak? May I speak, please? No, may I speak? I believe that the Supreme Court of the United States has defined parental rights as more sacred than property rights. No, and for you to take my property, you have to have a verified complaint. Ooh, he hung up on me.
Okay, and there's no birth certificate. No birth certificate for all you birth certificate people. They're just that lawless now. They're just that lawless.
Non-exigent. Non-exigent.
I just gotta do my job, sweetheart.
Baby's nursing.
Yeah, the baby's nursing. What are we doing? And why didn't we do a safety placement?
Ma'am, I don't know anything about this case.
That's convenient that they sent you then, right? Instead of
Ma'am?
it seems convenient that they sent you instead of somebody who knows about it.
We were told
That's all I'm saying.
I understand, ma'am.
Yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for you that they would
Ma'am,
send
I
you
understand. You hear me?
instead of
I understand, darling.
Yes, ma'am.
I understand.
I'm saying I feel like
Where's the petition? Where's the petition for this? There's no.
Ma'am, I can't answer any questions. I'm gonna have to have the baby, sweetheart. I'm gonna have to have the baby.
Why
darling.
is the child?
I'll wait till Connie tells me what to do.
Okay, we can do what you have to do, but
Thank you.
I gotta have the baby.
And this was signed yesterday afternoon at 3:16, and it says she's known about it for a month. What are?
Ma'am, I can't.
I
don't have any information on it. I don't.
Saying I would submit to a drug and alcohol assessment and random drug screens, and I did. I did that. They left with me having complied, done what they told me to do, and they left. Called me back an hour later. Mom was still with me, and asked me if I had a placement. I said yes, of course, but can you tell me why? Because this is nursing.
And who were you telling that to? Sylvia Vanderbilt, the same person?
At that point, it was Alex.
No, Alexandra came to the house. Sylvia's who talked to me, and Mom was sitting with me, and then she hung up on me. And when I said, why do I need a placement? But yes, of course, I have 100 placements if I need one. And she hung up on me and said that they were filing removal. That they had it signed, they got it approved.
And this is what I was told to do.
So for those of you that didn't catch that, the supervisor on the phone wouldn't tell them anything about it or why they're taking the baby. The mom, I cooperated, I signed, I did what they asked me to do. I have places for the baby to go. We can place it with my mom. What's this about? What's this about? I can't tell you. I don't know anything about the case. So it says the governmental employee. How convenient. Won't tell them anything. But I need your baby. I need your baby. You have to hand your baby over to me. Otherwise, I'm going to have these cops standing behind me, rip that baby out of your arms. Red, white, and blue apple pie style. This is your government. You want to know how the Nazi government came into power? You want to know why nobody did anything? Because you're not doing anything right now. That's why. Because you can watch stuff like this happen in the streets, and you're not your brother's keeper if you don't do something about it. And then they're gonna come and take your children next.
Ma'am,
If I were you.
you would do what, sweetheart?
For a different employment.
You know what? I wish I could. I can't say a word right now.
I know.
Well, I'm saying you should work for some other employment. You should do something with your life better than snatching babies from people. Besides that, it could become hazardous to your health. Go and snatch people's babies. You might walk into the wrong guy's home, try and snatch his baby. It might not work out so well. One more thing I just wish to add, with this order being non-exigent, which means it's not an emergency. There's no emergency here. There's no emergency, and they won't tell them why they're just taking the baby. But what the attorney's worried about is, where's the petition? Where's the prayer? Who prayed to the judge with the state statute? Where's the prayer to take this baby? Where's the prayer to your gods?
Lucy, it's not her. And we need to cover her. And I'd already agreed to be compliant and agreed to do the right thing. So
I
said,
agreed to
"Come
do
on back."
everything.
My mother, Dr. Angela, that was there. And then I did what they told me. And an hour later, they said they had to remove her.
And I'm the place. Miss Abigail.
And I just want you to know it's all retaliation.
It's all retaliation.
It's
It
all
always
retaliation.
is. They retaliate against the good people doing the right things. They retaliate against the good people doing the right things. And you want to know why they get away with it? Because the rest of you don't do anything about it. I've heard so many people say, well, just get an attorney. Just get an attorney and have the attorney work it out. Well, hey, look what happens. What you gotta say now? Oh, well, just cooperate with them. If you didn't do anything wrong, you should just cooperate with them. They'll let you keep your babies. What's this? Here you go, Miss Sweet. Tell me that the courts are there to keep families together. And then, after you tell me, why don't you bring some evidence to prove your claim with?
This is all retaliation, baby.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Here's her diaper bag. Can you take her bag, or do you need her bag? That's her diaper bag.
I'll get you want me to have it. I got some.
You can take it.
The dog too.
That's right.
I feel so bad for that woman.
This is America. Baby screaming. You hear her screaming?
Look at that. They're not even putting the baby in a proper seat. Proper baby seat. If you or I took a baby around like that, an infant child in that kind of seat, they would call DSS or CPS to come and take our baby. But they can do it because they're going to put them in a safer place. But they can't tell you why they're doing it. If this doesn't turn your stomach and get you upset, just wrong. It's just wrong.
Yeah, I called you from my cell phone, so you have my number now, so send me a text. And
Yeah, because they're so worried about getting in touch with you, because you're the attorney of record, and they got in touch with you before they went and got this ex parte order, huh? For no reason that they won't tell anybody about. And they can't tell anybody because it's secret. It's secret. We got to keep all this family stuff confidential.
You see my eyes? And it's got nothing to do with that. It's about me. Okay?
This is it. I'm with Abby. I got my number.
Thank you, sweetheart.
445, she knows that.
Well, take care, okay? I am kidding.
And people are going to stand by
DCS pop-
while this is going on in the streets. And this is what I'm saying, is that this isn't law. This is how you know it's all administration, because that's not law. That's not law. They can't just do that in law. But when it's administration and they can exercise all their infinite wisdom of discretion, they can do whatever they wish to do. They can do whatever they want to do. You don't own anything. You don't have any rights. If you don't have the right to be a parent, which the Supreme Court upheld as more sacred than your right to property, then you literally don't have a right to your children or any property. And if you think that this can't happen to you because you have an attorney or you're well-to-do, or it hasn't happened to you yet, look, both of those parents had an attorney. They're both white. Both look decent. I don't know exactly what their financial situation is, but if you don't do anything about this just because you have millions of dollars, you're going to hell. Straight up. And if you don't do anything about this for any other reason than that, then this is going to happen to you soon enough. Because what they're telling you is that you don't have any rights. What Connie has told you before is that families don't have any more rights. You going to take that? You going to sit back and believe all their propaganda about how free we are? On lockdown with no rights to be a mom or a dad? Or are you going to do something about it? And look, if you don't believe me that this isn't in law, here's an attorney telling you that this isn't in law.
DCS policy, you always try to place with the relative first. And instead of doing that, they went and got a removal order. Now, let me tell you about this removal order. You need to understand the nitty-gritty of this. So I had not even seen it at that point. But when we get there, this removal order says right at the top of it, non-exigent removal order.
Which means it's not emergency.
Ex parte.
No emergency.
A lot of you already know what ex parte means, but for those of you who don't, ex parte means one person only goes and gets the order. It's so horrible. There are so many due process violations with an ex parte order, but it means they go to the court and they get an order and you don't even get a hearing. You don't even get a right to be heard. This is so un-American. It's just so un-American. And this one says that it's non-exigent. It's non-exigent and sets a hearing off for 3 days later. I mean, like, no. This is a constitutional, procedural, and substantive due process violation, hands down. Hands down. Not only for the mother, but for the baby. It is a Fourth Amendment violation of unlawful seizure of this baby. And Lucy's going to get a federal court case before she has her first tooth. I'm just telling you. Lucy's going to be a plaintiff before she has her first tooth. All right?
See, and here's the problem right here, is because I would agree with it being a substantive and due process violation, except for the fact that it is all administrative. And administration, as I keep repeating, they can just do whatever they wish. So as soon as you say it's a Fourth Amendment violation, you're taking it back into administrative, because all the Constitution is like the supreme statute of the state. I mean, just look at it. If you go look at the articles, it's going to tell you how the executive branch administrates itself, how the judicial branch administrates itself, how the legislative branch administrates itself, because it's all administrative. Because your rights and law do not come from a piece of paper. It might be written somewhere, but it comes from the Creator. He put it on your heart. So all the stuff that the government writes down, it's not law. It's how they administrate the government. And if you wish to administrate your government that way, God bless you. Leave me out of it. I'm not willing to participate. But honestly, every single American should be outraged. Outraged. Anyways, I am just conspiracy, and I just wish to conspire to get a woman unlawfully imprisoned out of jail up in St. Louis, Missouri, to get Sierra, her children back, to right some wrongs. And if you don't join us on this conspiracy, you can just take a number and wait for the government to come and do these things to you, because it's coming. It's coming. And, you know, you have the right to do that if you're not a parent. If you're a parent, you have a duty and an obligation to your children to try and keep some rights for them when they grow up. Peace.
An act of Congress. Well, Sheila, we already got an act of Congress. We've already got the Family First Act. We've already got it. It's in writing. Kinship navigation, right at the top of the list. I mean, there are like 5 things on their top hit list. And one of them was 12-month services prior to removal. Oh, violated that, didn't we? The second one is kinship care. Oh, we violated that, didn't we? And the others are not related to this case, but they're about groups home and teenage pregnancy. But they violated on Tuesday night 2 of the top hit things on the Family First Act. They flat out violated them. Violated them. Violated them. They don't care. They do not care. The Family First Act is a pain in the ass for them. They don't want to comply with it. The state legislators don't want to force them. Congress, now, somebody said it takes an act of Congress. Here's the next act of Congress we need. We need Congress to cut the money, cut the funding, cut the funding. Defund ASFA, number 1. Take this adoption bonus check off the heads of these poor kids that don't even realize what's going on. And then defund these states if they are not going to comply with the Family First Act. That's the only thing we can do.
You guys get something special today. We get a little man in training just conspiring with me.
Hello.
So all you got for him?
No.
Hello.
I just like to say hello.
Alright, so do you remember watching Aladdin last week?
Yes.
And what did you say after we watched it?
Oh, so
What did you say when I was putting you to bed?
so that was this evil character dude, and
Jafar?
yeah, Jafar. I keep on forgetting his name.
And who does Jafar remind you of?
The government.
And why does Jafar remind you of the government? You forgot what you said?
Yeah.
I guess it was a week ago.
Yes, and sometimes I can remember a month, but mainly I can remember 2 days. And I was like, what happened like Friday?
He said because he wanted more and more power, and in the end it destroyed him just like the government.
Oh, because he wanted more and more power, just like the government.
And what happened in the end?
He goes, oof.
He goes, oof. He got destroyed because of his lust for power, huh?
Yes. Okay. So he got all the power. He gets into a thing, and then the genie picks the lamp up and he's like, yay! And then he goes, oof.
To the cave of wonders, huh?
Maybe not that far.
No, it's cave of wonders.
Not in the city.
So, but that's That's what the government's gonna do, huh? And it's lust for power. That lust for power is gonna destroy it.
This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. They put her in this, they break the law by putting her in a toddler car seat, which could have asphyxiated her, take her off breast milk, cold turkey her on Similac, and, made her stomach upset.